Frozen and other classics comes Moana, Disney's and our very own Moana. The young and fearless female protagonist born to fulfill the legend and save her people from the clutches of the darkness. Beyond the marvels of the flick's animation and music, at a deeper level the film conveys the idea of following our heart's calling and fighting our fears. And of course, the film's makers have planted a number of Easter eggs, many of which are yet to be found, and we've already begun our in-depth scrutiny. With that being said, Movie House is excited to bring you 21 interesting facts about Moana. Fact 1. Moana is the first Polynesian Disney princess. Yes, the movie is set in Polynesia, which is famous for its many, many islands spread across the Pacific. Though the 2002 Disney feature Lilo and Stitch was set against the Hawaiian background, Moana gets the distinction of being the first princess from the region. Fact 2. Moana means ocean, which is quite appropriate for a girl with a strong connection to the sea. However, in Italy the movie will be released as Oceana and the lead's name will be changed to Vaiana. Why? Well, Disney may have created Moana in 2016, but her name was already taken by an Italian porn actress, Moana Pozzi, in the 80s. Now, Disney would not want an online Italian to come across search results that do not fit its theme now, would it? Fact 3. Auli'i Cravalho, the voice behind Moana, now has the distinction of being the youngest voice artist ever behind a Disney princess. She was just 14 when she was selected for the job and had hit 16 by the time the movie was released. Fact 4. Another major role in the movie is Maui, a demigod who is voiced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. This is only The Rock's second animated movie after Planet 51. Fact 5. Every Disney princess has her own friends. In the case of our Polynesian princess, those spots are filled by Hey Hey the rooster and Pua the pig. These supporting characters have actually been inspired by the movie's directors John Muskers and Ron Clements. The interesting part is that both of them have actually inserted similar characters in other movies like The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Hercules, and more. But this is the first time that they've ventured into a full-blown role. Fact 6. Hey Hey may be an important character now, but he was almost dropped from the movie because he added nothing more. The writers saved the character by getting his IQ numbers down and his macho factor up. So, being the dumbest character in the Disney world actually saved Hey Hey. Fact 7. Moana is not based on any story like Snow White or Cinderella. This movie is a fresh creation by the writers, but it is a melting pot of many legends and fables prevalent in the South Pacific region. Fact 8. She is only the second Disney princess after Merida to be a completely fresh story that has not been picked up from an old classic. Fact 9. The story of Moana is set a good 2,000 years ago. Now, Polynesians were known to be exceptional explorers and stargazers. However, some 1,000 years ago the practices just stopped abruptly, and that's the period that Moana is set in. So there is a mystery that the movie addresses. Fact 10. Unlike other characters in the movie, Maui has been picked up from a Polynesian mythology. He is a strong demigod who is fabled to have a fish hook for a weapon. Fact 11. The only other real character in the movie is Maui's enemy, Tika. He is also an ancient being who has been the rival of the demigod since eternity. Fact 12. Moana is a powerful female character. The most noticeable thing about her is she is a wayfinder in the movie. That is exclusively a man's job in the Polynesian culture. The reason? The wayfinders usually have to sit at the end of a boat and then they get the hang of the waves with the help of their testicles. Yes, but with Moana's powers, she can handle the job without a pair. Fact 13. Hand-drawn animation has pretty much completely been taken over by CGI today. But with Maui's tattoos, they're making a comeback. The tattoos tell their stories, which have been beautifully executed. This will be the first time Disney has used hand-drawn animation since 2011's Winnie the Pooh. Fact 14. Hamilton Broadway fame Lin-Manuel Miranda is one of the composers of Moana's songs. He is just an Oscar away from being a PEGOT, Pulitzer, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony winner. Fact 15. Mark Mancia, the man behind The Lion King's music, is also behind the scores in this movie, as is Opataya Fawai, who is a musician of Polynesian origin. Fact 16. The directors of Moana have put years into researching the Polynesian culture. They ventured on their first trip in 2011, which was a good 5 years before the release of the movie. Fact 17. The Oceanic Story Trust, which is a small group of experts on the local culture, were consulted and every little detail was cross-checked. This included the stories, the cultural references, the names of the characters, and the whole shebang. Fact 18, Moana has another god connection in addition to Maui, albeit a Marvel god. The first draft of the movie was created by Taika Waititi, the man who is directing Thor Ragnarok. The directors say that many of his ideas are still in the movie, the dialogues not so much though. Fact 19, the directors have confessed that their Kakamora chase sequence was most definitely inspired by similar scenes from Mad Max Fury Road. Well, that's definitely a movie to be inspired by. Fact 20, it might be surprising for you to learn that this is the first full-length CGI movie by John Muskers and Ron Clements. Prior to this, they had primarily been into hand-drawn animations. Fact 21, roughly 80% of Moana are visual effects. The closest any movie figures is Big Hero 6, which has 50% such shots. The latest Disney movie is so technologically advanced that it was impossible to produce the movie even 5 years ago. Well, hope you've enjoyed our compilation, and for those of you who are yet to watch the flick, what are you waiting for? The Blu-ray is out, and so its availability on popular streaming platforms. Do let us know in the comments if we failed to point to any interesting fact. Oh, and as a friendly reminder, keep an eye out for the Easter eggs. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more such compilations from the team behind Movie House. Thank you for watching. We'll be back soon with more trivia.